4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, this is Ryan Shane here, bringing us commentary. This is going to be the winner's match in Group E of the Ro32 of the Bigfile MSL. Midas versus Violet on Fighting Spirit. Midas at the bottom right position in blue, Violet the upper left hand position in whatever color, pink, magenta rather. Whew. I think I still have barely enough energy to get one more cast out of the way before I drop down from exhaustion and what feels almost like dehydration. I mean, I'm sweating here. What the hell? But feeling good, feeling good. And I'm looking forward to this one. Kind of the old versus the new, I guess you could say. Violet's a fairly new guy. Well, he's been around a while, but he's really only come out onto the scene recently. Maybe 09, 08 at the earliest. I think he used to be in their 2v2 team, but didn't really come out into the scene as a proficient proper player, if you will. That is 1v1 till last year, I believe. So, but Midas has been around for quite a few years. Was one of the guys that everybody thought, oh my god, Midas is going to become the next great Terran. He's going to kill her, but nah, he kind of ended up not doing any of that. Did not win any titles, which I kind of find unfortunate. Midas, feel definitely is a guy that's deserving of a title. He really used to be at the top of the ladder. He used to be one of the best representing telecom T1 back in the day. And now representing WeMade, and it really has revived his career. It wasn't playing anything at all for SK Telecom T1, but now it's kind of revived his career. I'm really looking forward to see what he does against Violet. Both players, you look at Midas, of course his matchups percentages are going to be high, over 50, it's old school guy. And I actually think this is Violet's worst matchup, but all of his matchups are just over 50. His PvP is best one, but his PvP and PvP are... His PvT and PvZ are so close that you can't really judge him apart. So he's actually very proficient and been playing very well. Despite kind of not as well maybe lately, but he's still a very solid player. He's proven himself to be very solid in Pro League. Looking forward to see whether he actually can do something. Don't remember, I think I predicted Really and Violet to move out, and I really, though, would love if Midas and Violet move out. I mean, just really, Violet and Midas are three players that I really enjoy watching, and I really like the players themselves, so it's would kind of suck if they didn't move on, but oh well. So, do seem to be fairly standard stuff going on so far. Factory at the front, Marine near the ramp, goodbye probe, go away. Midas seems to be on top of things. For now, still not sending out a scout, still staying inside of his base. Midas being Midas to the last. Two Marines there on that ramp, getting a CV through to the minerals. Finally going to send it out to scout. But very late in the scout, as always, after factory. That's very late on the scout. So you can bitch your ass. There'll be a zealot on that ramp, making sure that to deny some entry. 7-minute core on the way. Might even see a goon, actually, by the time the SCV gets there. Definitely with the fact that the SCV is going to go way up to the upper right-hand corner first. This is, of course, a 4-player map. How Violet actually went out and scouted cross-map right off the bat. I don't know, just his psychic capabilities coming through, I guess. Maybe it has something to do with the color violet. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe violet gives him, being any color related to violet, I guess kind of magenta, pink, purple, kind of violet related, all of them look a lot alike. Maybe if one of those colors is what he has, he kind of gets, crazy psychic powers. SCV kind of like milling around, being forced away by that goon, not going to be able to get a scout in. Yeah, Midas, I'm very, very interested by his extremely risky scout play, and I'm wondering whether his coaches at WeMade actually told him to stop doing it. Definitely not spotting the expansion coming out, losing SCV right now, getting his own expo going, so he's going to need to get some concept stations up sooner, I think, rather than later. Just get a scout across, but he can pretty much read what's going on, have the goon out there, and most likely going to be seeing a tank and marine push very quickly. Only 4 Marines and a tank, forcing that probe away, and maybe just to force Violet kind of stay on that bridge, playing a little defensively. Robotics facility coming up, probably going to be seeing an observer coming up fairly soon, observatory and all that good stuff. Vulture out there, planning the mines defensively, so Midas actually just because of the lack of scout deciding to play defensive. Actually, a good move, honestly, because if there would be a DT right now coming across that, or maybe not right now, but if a DT would be coming across that bridge soon enough, he'd be in a lot of trouble. Just no academy on the way. My brain's definitely kind of fading a little bit. I'm trying to pep it up, trying to talk it into kind of, working for me, but it's just getting, I have to. My brain is needed for StarCraft. There are other activities my brain is not needed for. Work, intercourse, walking, sleeping. Did I mention intercourse already? Yes, I did. Anything related to intercourse, directly or indirectly, I guess my brain's not needed for that either. Watching TV? Actually, sometimes my brain's needed for that. Anyway, Vulture coming up here, almost getting picked off. Actually, 3 Vultures might be strong enough to engage a Dragoon, but actually going to move back. Still has some mines on that. Might want to make sure to keep those alive. Well, right now, focus on some of those goons. You see a second gateway coming up now. Going to be seeing Observatory coming down probably very soon. Consultation's on the way now, so finally Midas is going to be able to get a scout in there. He knows that there's no base at the 12. I'm not quite sure if he got up the ramp. So he should know that anyway. But going to scan the main and the natural, try to spot everything out. So he's going to be 2 base on 2 base. He did get his academy, his own base up very quickly. Duno up. So we're just going to be seeing standard play being followed up. Violet not delaying his Zealot speed any longer than he really has to, apparently. So probably seeing Temple Archives fairly quickly on. Might not see it right away, but soon enough. Might see it quickly if he decides that he wants to transition into 2 base Arbiter. Fighting Spirit, very good base for Arbiter play. I've seen a lot of beautiful Arbiters, a lot of nice recalls, offensive and defensive. I've seen a lot of very good PVTs, a lot of good memories with Deja Vu on this matchup, and hopefully we'll have some more PVTs, maybe around 16, maybe around 8, and hopefully I'll be able to get Deja Vu to come in from that. I haven't actually been on like SC2GG or the vent channels for an age, so I haven't really been around the guys, if you will, for quite a while. Observer going to get picked off by Marines, or is he? No, he's not. Wow. Barely managed to get that out there. A few more shots, and that would have been curtains. But Violet definitely getting those observers in there. No eBay, no turrets. I'm sorry, getting those observers in there. See what I mean with my brain not working? Additional gateways being added in right now, so he's finally going to start working on that. Does have a starport up. Still don't see the Tribunal. Stargate up. Has the Stargate up. Still don't see the Tribunal, but it does seem like he's going to try to get 2 base Arbiter play going, and this might actually be a very good idea because he's spotting that there's no turrets, no defense. Meanwhile, Midas is going to move out here on the ground, has a nice tank number, so the Dragoons are going to be forced way back. Has 5 tanks, I think. Might still be working on Siege Tech, actually. I assume he has that. Mine's already quite fixed, so it's actually Siege Tech that he's working on. Yeah, probably, or just might be Vulture Speed, actually. Choosing not to siege up his tanks, just try to follow up, push all the way across, and kind of force Violet back a little bit, maybe try to get a pseudo-contain going. Was that actually Arbitrary Tribunal there in the upper left-hand corner? I can't quite see it near that Stargate. I have a hard time seeing it. But yeah, Dragoons are going to mill around, group up, 2 forces here. Is Midas going to have enough of this? Not quite sure. Mine's going to come in at the front, though. So that's going to force Dragoons back even further. Going to allow Midas to continue his push, split up those Dragoons, shuttle in there as well. So that might be there to just drag those mines into the tanks. That'd be pretty bad. Some Zealot bombs as well, but mostly just to drag those mines in. You have to be very careful with that. But at the very least, Midas is going to go out there and start hunting the Dragoon troop on the right side. You got to make sure to clear it up, lessen down the number. Now to split up Violet, and these Dragoons become a significantly easier target, although they're trying to do a little bit of damage that they can. Still wondering with Violet's actually going to go for that 2-gate. Did have that Stargate out there. 2 base, I'm sorry, but still did have Stargate out there. Finally seeing the Tribunal. So we're going to be seeing 2 base Arbiter from him. And for Midas' sake, I hope he's gotten some turrets going. I hope he has his defenses going. Not sure will they actually put mines around because those Arbiters, I'm not quite sure whether he's going to be seeing an early recall or not, but those Arbiters still might come heavily into play. Zealot's being dropped out here. Dropship shuttle not quite being picked off. Some of those tanks going down. Not much in the way of support now for Midas. Is going to be forced back. Almost a mine drag there into the tank as well, but Midas is going to be forced all the way back. 1 tank there to survive. So he's looking in trouble here. A lot of Dragoons to face. He's picking up the 6 o'clock base that's getting spotted out by an observer, adding in an army and adding in some more